we keep our promise. Renwick and Thompson and Subway.
It's the season for sorrel. A sweet drink sorrel. It's the season for sorrel. A sweet drink sorrel. Your favorite flavored soft drink now comes in a limited edition sorrel flavor. Enjoy a cool sorrel sweet drink this Christmas. Available in 591 ml packet sizes. Sweet drink, we drink. It's the season for sorrel. A sweet drink sorrel.
Proudly produced in Grenada by the Grenada Bottling Company Limited.
Are you looking for convenient shopping? A place where you can shop with no worries or hassle? What about variety, quality, affordability? For a comfortable service with warmth and joy, shop at S. Kumar, located on Melville Street, St. George's in Grand Anse, at the Lance Pines Roundabout. S. Kumar is open 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday, and 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Saturday. Contact S. Kumar on 440-7447 or 435-7447. Visit skumargrenada.com. Facebook and Instagram, simply search for skumar.grenada for an A-class quality, unmatched bargains, topped with friendly and reliable staff. Come to S. Kumar Variety Store.
We plan for every major life event, from birthday parties to baptisms, and celebrating a life well lived deserves the same thoughtful planning. Beacon's Rest Easy plan is designed to give your loved ones the comfort of knowing that they can do just that. With no underwriting and cover for up to 6 family members that includes certain injuries, this plan can be yours for as little as 75 cents per day. Call us at Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they are prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another ladies' room on this Thursday, November 25th. And I just want to take the opportunity once again to say happy Thanksgiving to all our friends and family and listeners of Power 95 out in the U.S. Hope you guys will have yourselves a fantastic day. Like you said, Thanksgiving is like our Christmas. I'm seeing some food already being prepared, and it's like all day long, eating and drinking and giving thanks. So just want to say happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. And there's so much to be thankful for, especially this year after, that horrible year we had last year, and a lot of folks didn't get to celebrate Thanksgiving the way they usually do. Friends and family coming over with COVID being, what it was. Folks were afraid to venture into other places, and, most did, but some were sort of low key with it. So I know y'all will be going out with a bang this year to make up. So just want to say happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. And remember, because you appreciate the value of what you have, it grows in value. And because you are thankful for all there is, you continue discovering new ways to make good use of it. All right. So as you go out there today, do have a good one. And of course, happy Thanksgiving again. Not only is it Thanksgiving, as you see, I'm wearing my orange t-shirt, and for a reason. It's today, Orange the World. It is to end violence against women. And it is we're going to have a bunch of activities to raise awareness, and hopefully I'm going to have folks from Ministry of Social Development, and of course, what's the name of it? Gender Affairs, GNOW, Grenada National Organization of Women. Looking to have some folks from there as well, as we continue to look at, ending violence against women. So, wearing my orange. Nevertheless, we have a really interesting program. I promise you guys, we're going to bring them back together. Kathy and Olive is here, and Montee Eddie Greenidge is here. And I promise today is one day I'm going to be like the mediator. I'm gonna sit here. We have our topic. So I'm gonna be the mediator, sort of, and let them speak more on it, and just listen to what they have to say. So let me just shout out some folks already here. Good morning, Queen B Christelle. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Julianne. Good morning, Spice Cat. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, G-Eds. Good morning, Dale, Marian, Debbie, Salvan. Good morning. Well, little people are talking alone, please. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Della. Good morning, Andrea. Deidre. Good morning, everybody. And for those of you again out in the US, happy Thanksgiving. Alrighty, Eddie, you need to come up. I'm not seeing you. Where is this man? Eddie, what's going on? Why are you still spinning? What are you what is going on with Eddie? Let me just tell Eddie to go out and so this morning we want to look at the topic of gender equality, right? It's a word we hear a whole lot of, gender equality, and I want to look at why is I put it in there, so why am I just seeing one topic? I wanted to talk gender equality, and also Eddie, so come back in. I also wanted to. It didn't save. What's going on? I'm gonna have to go back and do it. Yeah. So I also wanted to look at, should a man be specific about his intentions? And when I say his intentions, I mean, I want a relationship with you or I want to sleep with you. Would it make life easy for everyone if folks were to be more intentional about their intentions? So that's what I want the folks in the room to talk about this morning. What's going on with Eddie this morning? What are you on? You just keep spinning. Anywho's, good morning, Cathyann. Let me just get
Good morning.
while Eddie organizes himself. Eddie, your connection behaving real shaky this morning. I don't know why. It's like like you smell a rat. So your Wi-Fi decide to be really, really shaky today, because this is a serious conversation we want to have. So we're looking at two things: gender equality, and should men be more upfront about their intentions? Do I want a relationship with you, or I just want to sleep with you? Because it's something I intend to post on my page for further debate. Because somebody sent me this. Making a girl believe that you like her just so you can have sex with her should be classified as sexual assault, but no one is ready to have that conversation yet. Making a girl believe that you like her just so you can have sex with her should be classified as sexual assault, and no one is ready to have that conversation yet. But we are ready to have the conversation today. I know what's going on with Eddie. Eddie is stressing me. You just keep spinning. What are you on? What are you using? Whatever you were using for the past couple of weeks, I need you to go back there. Anywho's, Cathyann, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming on the live. And yeah, I'm good. You can hear me fine, right? I'm okay?
Yes, I'm hearing you fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Because I know I was having problems last week with this hairpiece, but I think it was where I was setting my phone on my tripod, so it was like blocking the sound. But I'm okay now, so good.
I think we better know. Guys, you hearing her clearly, right? Eddie's asking if there's a problem. The problem is on your end, because Cathyann is on and she's fine. So it's on your end, your connection. You keep spinning, like you're connecting, but I'm not seeing you. Anywho's, we're gonna start still while we get Eddie sorted out. So like I said, the topic that was Eddie's topic, so I'd love to have
which one?
him.
The gender equality.
Equality.
Okay. I could start it off. I mean, as I remember you sent me the topic, and I started laughing because I'm like, I'm not that, when it comes to that topic, I kind of sometimes stay away because a lot of things can be said and a lot of things, and I
Okay.
guess that's
Let
the
me
reason for the
email.
debate, right?
Right? Hold on.
So, hi, good
All
morning.
right.
Good
Morning, morning,
morning. Good
morning.
Not,
morning.
not
Watch
me.
that.
You.
Yes, it's the device. The device are giving problems.
Oh,
Um,
what you're using?
when you have kids, I don't know, something they did with the camera on the laptop. So I just decided to use my phone,
And you're getting
and the
through.
phone seemed to be giving problems. So I just I just take my iPhone to say, let me try that, and this one seemed to be working. So
See,
let's hope
woman
that.
again to the rescue. So you can do it without us.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Anyways, today's not my day. I'm gonna sit back. You all have the
It's too
topic.
early, Aruna. It's too early.
You all have the topic. So Eddie, you probably missed the second topic. The first one was that of Kathy, I'm getting some crackling on your end.
Yeah, it
Is
was
Yeah,
that
I
my
was
me?
just gonna
sorry.
say.
It's okay
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So long as you
Okay,
don't.
sorry about that.
Yeah. So Eddie, the first topic, of course, that you wanted to talk about was the gender equality, right? The notion of gender
Yeah.
equality, right? And my
Yeah.
next one was, should men be more intentional about their intention? Meaning, if you just want to have sex with a person or you want to have a relationship with a person. And I went on further to say, making a girl, somebody sent me this, making a girl believe that you like her just so you can have sex with her should be classified as sexual assault. But no one is ready to have a
What?
conversation yet. But we're
Okay,
having the
okay.
conversation today.
That's a bit
That's part
much.
two.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
But it also playing with our emotions and feelings. So, all right.
Yeah.
But I digress. The two of you go.
All right.
The notion of
Well,
equality.
ladies first.
Equality.
Ladies first.
Okay, so good morning to you, Monty. I appreciate us having that little discussion here today. I was telling Aruna that the gender equality wasn't something that I really like to discuss because it can go in all kind of different ways, right? But of
Mm-hmm.
what I know gender equality to be, or the definition is pretty much saying that men and women should have equal opportunities when it comes to political views, when it comes to religion, when it comes to school, meaning education and stuff like that. Um, Now, do we have general gender equality in the world as we know? No. And would we ever? No. That's just life. That's just the way it is. Men and women play different roles in life, and that's how I see it. But when it comes to having opportunities to do things, yes, I agree the fact that a woman should be able to vote, have political views, have proper education, medical care, all that stuff. So that's just my view on the equality part, right? So as I said, it wasn't a
Okay.
topic I really am
Mm-hmm,
first
mm-hmm.
in. So
Well, I suggested bringing this up because it's something that I think that we always hear, whether it's on social media or we always hear
hmm
people talking about being equal, And as you correctly
hmm
pointed out, yes, I think both men and women have different rules, right?
hmm
And I believe in equality of opportunity, right? I want to be very clear on that.
hmm
Equality of opportunity, but not equality of outcome, right?
right,
And when I say not equality of outcome, because then I think it becomes very dangerous. Let me just give you an example. I was listening to a discussion just recently, and the topic was about having more women in politics or in leadership roles and,
Mhm.
along those lines.
right,
And I think these things are not supposed to be fixed. You understand? For the sake of having women in politics or for the sake of having women as being prime minister, we can just decide to just make a, a deliberate effort just to have a woman for the sake of having a woman, right?
right.
Because then you're going to end up in a situation where you could be putting square pegs in wrong holes. You understand?
Hmm.
Is like example. How for
Attractive.
how much years you've been hearing they're talking about Hillary Clinton and is that is why the Democrats, for instance, lost the last election and Trump won. Because
hmm
guess what? They just decided it was time to have a woman as president. They
hmm
didn't understand the baggage that she came with, and
right,
she was not the right woman for the time and in that moment. So
right,
so when I say not equality of outcome, everybody should have the right to aspire to be whatever they want to be, to aspire to do whatever they want. but we cannot fix the deck and just for the sake of having women in certain positions. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody are saying, most importantly, when it comes to earning capacity, for example, we're both on the educational side. We probably same. We probably have masters. We probably have this, that. We're on the same level, practically. But you're earning more than I am, and we're doing the same job.
Okay.
What about that? Someone is asking,
But
most importantly, when it comes to earning capacity,
I
the gender equality.
I
How does
think I think that's I don't want to make it such a blanket thing and say it's a myth, but I think to some degree it is a myth in because okay, they always speak about equal pay for equal work in this broad term. Now, if you do your statistics and if you do your research, you will find out that men work in the most dangerous jobs, right? And and by just that qualification, men earn more because they're doing the more high risk jobs. Men work more hours, right? Men have less sick days, right? All of these things are things that you have to take into consideration when you're bringing into
I
this
agree.
conversation.
100%.
So
100%. I
so
agree.
when women, for instance, say, okay, equal work for equal pay, and I always like to say, we say that we equal, right? We have equal of opportunity, but as much as we equal in terms of opportunity, women still gravitates towards the safer jobs, right? As there's a term, right? There's a term. Men always are still a one that is highly represented in the sense science and technology, engineering, and mathematics, whereas women go into more humanities, right? So whether it's social work, lawyers, whoever it is,
Nursing.
doctors,
Yeah.
they're going to the sea. The people that going on, for instance, going up in skyscrapers to build and laying bricks and falling down and
Yeah,
die.
look at your oil
Men
rigs out in
even
the
die
ocean.
at a
You don't
higher
get women doing that.
percentage
It's
rate
true.
in comparison to that of women. 80% to that of maybe
Yeah,
10% in terms of dangerous jobs. So we
definitely.
can't just talk about this equal work and equal pay in isolation. It's some of it is somewhat of a myth because men work more hours and we do more dangerous jobs.
Brian is saying that's not a myth in the numbers, though. That's not a myth. The numbers and data shows women earn less in certain jobs where men are.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, in certain job, but that's what he's saying. He's saying the same thing. He's saying it can be somewhat of a myth because it depends on where
Hold
you're
on,
talking about, the type of jobs. So I agree with what he's saying. Yes, maybe in the corporate
I'm
world
not
you might
hearing you,
get.
You're not hearing me? Take off
I
your
think is the
take off your
What's going
headphone
on
and
here
see.
now?
You hearing me now?
Are you guys hearing me? Because I'm
yes,
not hearing you.
we're hearing you.
You're hearing me?
Yes.
I'm not hearing you.
Remove your earpiece.
This morning is not my morning at all.
Let
Right
me
now, it could be bad talking.
hold on. Let me see if I can shoot your message.
Let me try to.
Remove the earpiece and see. Yeah, you know what's going on with you this morning. That's all. Yeah, watch on me. Remove your earplugs at Eddie, and see if you could listen through the speaker. Or go out and come back again. I know what's going on with you this morning, but I have a serious zombie working on you. I didn't do anything though.
It's not my headphones. Maybe I ought to go out and come back in again and see what's happening.
Go out and
I
come
don't
back.
know. This is madness.
Go out and come in. All right, yeah. So someone here is saying as well. I agree that it is based on the job at hand. It is a sort of broad brush to paint because we cannot put the two in the same bag depending on
we
what
can.
who does what.
Definitely.
Most of the heavy lifting and lifting being literal here is done by men. So we understand that you would like to get paid equally, but let's get serious. It really depends on the job.
That's
All
it.
right.
I agree. That person is really
because that is a broad topic.
It is. It is. Because I was saying the same
Earl,
thing.
you hear me now, Eddie?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
You hear me?
So we were
I'm hearing you
agreeing.
there.
I was agreeing with what we said in terms of the job. It depends on the nature of the job. And I agree. You're not gonna send women out in the oil rigs to do pumping oil. You're not gonna send them in, certain really engineering field because of the nature of the job. In the
But what
corporate
if they
world, you
want
might
to do
see,
it?
sorry, no, it's
Okay,
not
what
a
if they
problem
want
of
to?
wanting to do it, but it's just certain things, maybe the physical aspect, the duration of the job, the nature of the job. So I mean, again, we still have to pick our battles in terms of what we're talking about when it comes to that gender equality when it comes to jobs.
Okay.
You might
Yeah.
talk about it, let's say, in a certain field, but when you talk about, as Eddie said, in certain aspect of having to go there, and remember, most of the time when men have kids, they got a
Yeah.
household, kids can be sick. As a woman, sometimes you take sick days or whatever. Most men can work, a lot of men can work more than 5 days,
Or the time of the month
right?
and all of that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we do factor in these things, but you see, as I keep saying, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to gender equality, these are things that I think it's so broad that
Mhm.
we try to squeeze our ideas into one and figure that it's a band-aid fix. It's going to be for everybody. Whatever we say when it comes to gender equality, it means the whole. No, it's really wide. So it's a topic that needs to be like dissect. Like we need to go
Dissected.
into it in a different
Mhm.
approach. We need to have a different approach when it comes to gender equality. As I said, yes, your education, your political views, your medical, your stuff like that, but not just having it as saying that it should be for, because there's so much a
Everybody.
different job
Yeah.
criteria, so much a different sectors, there's so much a different.
And you know something, I like to take this opportunity to call out some of the men to it, because a lot of this, yes, you have the feminists that always push this gender equality
Mm-hmm,
thing. Yeah?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
However, I would tell you, I am the kind of person, I grew up in a household with ladies. I have two daughters, so I have no ulterior motives, right? No, I want to see my daughter succeed,
yep,
right? But you know what I can't take is that men that just take upon these issues, like how they're following the more extreme side and these feminist
mm-hmm,
movements, and they pander to them, right? They pander to them. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not really, I believe in everybody have freedom of thought, but I listened to a conversation on celebrating men's, what was
International
it?
Men's Day.
men's
National
international,
International
Men's
Men's
Day,
Day.
yeah,
right? And I listened to a conversation, where there was nothing positive said about men, right?
On own day.
Nothing,
wow,
right? And after that, I listened to men, and I'm talking about men of stature, well, based on society standards, men of
mm-hmm,
stature, claiming that, okay, woman is not the problem, woman has no problems, right? It's the men that have to this. And let me say, ladies, be careful of men that come and tell you what you want to hear, because
mm-hmm,
at the end of the day, they don't have your best interests at heart. Let me tell you what they have at heart. They have their bottom line at heart, right? They have the votes at heart, right? So when you see talking about people like the Steve Harveys and the Tyler Perrys and the local
And
businessmen
what's
and the
his name?
politicians, right? Because here's what they
Your good
recognize,
friend.
right?
Your good friend, the one you love referencing.
Huh?
And your good friend that you love to reference.
What are you talking about?
What
Not
me
not
and you
that.
was going back and forth with. What's
You
his
you
name?
you can't be talking about Kevin Samuels, right?
Yes,
No,
yes, Mr.
you had
Samuels.
no. That is why I like Kevin Samuels, because he does
That's
not
why I don't
pander
like
to he doesn't pander to man or woman. Everybody getting the same heat. You understand? But when you have persons, let me put it, black women in particular, are the greatest consumers, right? They shop more.
mm-hmm,
Who you think that's going to tell the husband, sweetheart, let me go and do over the kitchen now. Let me do some remodeling now. You
yeah,
understand? These are the people who drive in the purse, right?
mm-hmm,
So when I hear certain people talking, they they have an agenda. You understand? When I hear where politicians put certain policies in place because they realize women represent
yeah,
a large voting bloc, and they are
yeah,
more
decision,
reliable.
yeah,
They are more reliable at the polls than men are, right? So I always say, have a frank conversation, something that is serious, because they're going to just keep telling you things and feeding it, but really and truly, it's
And
not
that
up
falls
to
in
your best
nicely with
interest.
the next. That falls in line nicely
yeah,
with the
for the
part of
next
the
Yeah.
topic.
conversation.
Hmm.
Why do you tell a woman what you think she wants to hear instead of being upfront? Listen, miss, I'm in a relationship. But I really like you. Why it is things always sour home? If it's so bad home, why you home? Why you not leave home and then check me? Why is it always me and mama ain't going on good home? She just stressed me out, blah blah blah. But you're there and you're not leaving anytime soon. It's
Oh
always bad
gosh.
at home, and then you come and you're going to Miss Lady now looking for something, but
Hmm.
and then on the single side, you see somebody that you're attracted to physically. You don't have any sort of any no feelings, no nothing connected to that except emotionally, except wanting to sleep with the person or whatever it is. No commitment. Why is it that we can't be straight up about our intentions and say, listen, miss, I would like to do this. This is my interest. I'm not interested in a relationship right now, blah, blah, blah. And let it be up to her to say yay or nay. Because there are women who are just as attracted to men as men are attracted to them. And they'll be, you never know. Could be someone who's not interested in no relationship either or committed to anything either. But just, what they say, FWB, friends with benefits. You could just be friends with benefits. I'm not interested in a relationship with you. So
Okay.
why can't you just be straight up about your intention instead of letting a woman believe that, hey, serious about you, and then as soon as you get what you want, you bounce, and she's there left to pick up the pieces by herself, broken, and then she's labeled because oh, there goes another failed relationship, thinking she had a relationship, but homeboy wasn't there for a relationship, but he did not make that intention clear. So why we're adults? Why can't we just be clear about our intentions? And everybody walks away
Yeah.
with what they want in the first place.
I okay, as a
Okay.
female, let me let me see if I could answer this. As a female, I always tell people there's choices. We all have choices, right? Because if you know that's not your intention as a woman, you're not gonna accept that. If you know you want a relationship just as well, because that can go the same way if a man come to you in a certain way. So he comes to you and he has his issues at home. Let's say him and his partner is not going on well or whatever, and that's your choice too as a woman. So every time we always put it on the men and we say, oh, the men come and they say this and they say that. Yeah, it may be true, but you have a choice as a female. You have a choice as to what you're going to accept or not accept. You have a choice as to how you're going to take his advancement, if you're going to entertain it or not. So if he comes to you and you already know he has a partner, is that what you want? Do you want to be, as they call it now, the side chick? Do you want to be a side chick? Do you want to go on? Because if he's with someone, let's say for instance he's married and he's coming to you, you can't be anything else but a side chick. He already has a commitment to someone, right? Unless this man say, I'm going through a divorce, da 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 da, or he comes and he lay the cards down. And most times men are not great at saying certain things, but you can still be smart enough to pick up certain things and have a proper dialogue. That's why I keep saying we're not a species that learn to communicate. We're not a species that speak our mind or sit and dissect things. We make assumptions. He will tell you, but sometimes we in our own little head we don't even pay attention to what he's saying. You say, well, I've heard that numerous times from females. Well, he said that he's not ready for a relationship yet and whatever. No, with you he's not ready for a relationship because he can
Yeah.
see the person you are. You're not the person he's looking for. You haven't bring that, how would I say it? Not, I won't say value, but you haven't
You just don't
make
want to
him.
listen to. Period.
Yeah, you're just not
Because
that
you see
person
that
that's gonna
happens
add.
today.
You're just
You
not
see
that
a
person that's gonna
man,
add. So
you
if
see a
if
man in a relationship, right? He and this woman been together for 5, 6 years, four,
yeah.
5 children, and he
Hmm.
leaves today, and next week you see the man going to church, and next week you see him with a ring on his
Yeah.
finger, married to this person he met
Yeah.
2 weeks ago,
You're
while
not
he
the
was with
person
this person
that
five
he
years,
wants
three
to be
children
with.
later.
A man know right away, and this is a feel. A man knows right away if this person is going to be his mate for life or be his mate for long term. He knows. He
Mhm.
Eddie,
knows.
Yeah.
Eddie, is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. From the get-go, a man knows if when he
He
meets a
definitely
woman,
knows.
if that's somebody that he can see himself
Yeah,
spending the rest of his life with or not, right?
definitely.
And just to go back a bit because I just want to answer that question, and I don't
Hmm.
want it to be no ambiguity about that. I am a person that um I always knock men for that. Okay, if so you're going into a relationship, you see
Hmm.
somebody and you know what you want is, as you say, friends with benefits. say it's friends with benefits you want.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, not too long ago, I was having a conversation just last week with somebody. I said, my boy, you might be surprised, right? If you just be honest, how much women would be willing to accept. You understand? I
Yeah.
say, give them the choice. You understand?
Yeah.
So I say, in the context of Grenada, Grenada is a small place, and with social media, really and truly, I think there's now a cop out for people saying, I didn't know you have another woman, whatever it is. Grenada is small. You know, nobody you could say, I didn't know. Watch it. Listen to me.
Not just Grenada, the world.
The world is small.
Everybody has social media pages.
Social media
Everybody.
and internet has made the world small. There's
Not many men
nothing.
put their in a relationship on social media.
They don't have to put them in a relationship.
They
But
ain't
guess
even
what?
post the woman.
But
When the
no,
woman
but
tag them, they ain't even
but the woman that they're in a relationship go and put them though.
But they ain't answering when she tagged them.
No, I'm saying, listen to me. You must have a friend of a friend. Say, watch now. I see that man in a picture with a next girl on she profile, whatever it is. You know, I think the internet and social media
They
has
say
made the
love is
world very
blind. Sometimes you want to be in ignorance and pretend, and and then you end up hurt. Sometimes you prefer to not know because you figure, you know what, I'm really attracted to this person, so I rather not know what they're dealing with. And then later on, you're like, I should have, I should have, woulda, coulda, and I should this, and blah blah blah. After the
But
fact,
that is 100% true, and it comes back to the theme of what I always stick
women
to.
have to take
Arona.
responsibility.
Women have to take responsibility for their
Definitely.
actions.
As I said, you have choices.
Stop putting the blame on all your problems as men is the problem. Men is not the problem.
Exactly.
You
Your
understand?
choices is the problem. It's your choices is the problem.
The
Not
choice is the
thinking.
problem, right?
Definitely.
Choice is a problem because
Definitely.
guess what? You ended have men, Arona, that he have some women in giving them the, then even
Time of
giving them
day.
the time of day.
Yeah.
You understand?
It too nice. It too nice. Oh God, girl, it too nice.
But
Oh
you
God,
talking,
it too sweet. Oh God, no,
you
girl.
talking about the persons that they may even find that it too nice, but I'm talking about it have a man could approach a woman, and that's something I noticed with we as black women. It's like they want to look down on you as though who is it to feed. They figure they don't put themselves in a bracket that they have a standard, and this man is beneath my standard. They don't even have to hear one utterance from this man, and they make a determination because we judge people based on physical attributes. You see, if you're physically attracted, that is how we, and that is how you know.
Yes.
But that is just the way things are. You understand?
Yes.
So it's about choice. So women, as I say, you have to deal with your choices. You know?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
back to choices. Why aren't women given the choice to say yes, I want to deal with you like that, or I don't want to deal with you like that?
Well, I would agree with that, right? If it is that you know you don't want a long-term relationship, then you say you don't want a long-term relationship. But you also have to take into consideration 9 times out of 10, when you do go into a relationship like that, when you're talking about friends with benefits, that only lasts for so long. Because after you get, let me say, sex is something that eventually your emotions going to get involved, right?
Yeah,
And
somebody's gonna feel some.
women and men are different like that, right? Men could have sexual relations with a woman, feel absolutely nothing, right? So that's why they will tell you. I think they did some survey, and they say I know this was a female professional I was saying in this survey that in her line of work that she found that women cheat more than men do. The difference was that when men cheated, 80% of them still love their wives, right? It's just that they was a fling. In comparison to that of 30% of the ladies, when they did cheat on their husband, they weren't in love with their husbands. You understand? So we do not connect sexual relations to love as women do. So when you see women start catching feelings and emotions start getting involved, as much as you say that, okay, yes, we want no long-term thing, that has changed. That has changed all the time. So just
because we're
man,
emotional connectors. We connect with the emotions. Women connect with emotions.
Hold on a second, guys. Let me just take this here.
Okay, so good morning, Aruna and guests. I was kind of following the program a little bit. In regards to what you say, like the man happy woman home, and then he does talk about the problems home and whatever, whatever, but you're not leaving or whatever. Right. What I noticed that's happened most times though, I noticed that some people, if not all, when they, like, let's say, they're in a relationship, but then they probably seeing somebody else, but they're not leaving where they, like, like where they at. I believe it's like, they probably just looking for the missing qualities in the person that they with. I don't know if that
Yeah,
making sense,
yeah,
but
yeah,
to me,
yeah.
that is where it does be like, like your home, yes, solid as quarrel, as whatever the case might be. You like her because she taking care of you, or whatever the case might be,
Mhm.
but you just have certain things I would like different. So then you would just probably check somebody else for that difference, if you understand.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then when it comes now to the whole being straight up thing, where a man should state his intention, or a woman should state her intention instead of leading on or whatever the case might be. A lot of people just can't handle harsh reality, because for instance, a man will see a woman and tell her, hey, girlfriend, like her, like, see a couple times, whatever, whatever. I find you attractive, this, that, the other. I want to hook up with you. Not for a relationship, but then probably you never know, she might turn around and ask him if he finds she look like some kind of female dog or whatever the case might be. It is a kind of ticklish
Yeah.
situation
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Right. I love that part of
Yeah.
it. Yes, he dissect the whole thing for whoever is listening. He is
Mhm.
so honest in this, and it's 100% spot on. If he was to come to you and tell you his true intentions, most times, as a woman would say, "What do you think am I? What do you think? What do you take me for?" As we would say, right? So it's very sensitive in that nature that he may not come with his true intentions. But as I said, as a woman, you have choices. You know what you want. And if he comes to you in a certain way, once you know it's not matching with what you want as a person or what you need, you make your choice. And then let him know right up. No, sorry. Yes, you're a nice person, da da da. But I got a bunks. No. And you have choices. That's why I keep saying, as women, we are, and the same thing Monty said, we tend to put the blame on the men. Oh, the men this and the men. What about us as women? Make your choices and let it stick.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
not just that, if you know as a woman that what you want is a long-term relationship,
Yeah,
and
say
you
it. State your case.
and I was just talking about a man there with a woman for
Mhm.
5 years and he have how much children, right? Listen to me. From the time you reach 1, 2 years and you see the children start, if you
Right
something
enough.
had to be wrong, something
Yeah,
have to be wrong.
yeah,
Something,
yeah.
yeah. That means because I, me personally, let me just tell you my personal view on this. I, as a man, never wanted to have what you call outside children, right? I
Yeah,
decided whoever it is our children, that is who I was going to settle down with,
right.
right? Because as I made a reference to that before, as we have to be adults, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You have to be an adult, and once you have children in the picture, their well-being have to be paramount, right? So you have to take all these things into consideration because even what you just speak about there about sorry, oh
Mhm.
yes, sorry about that. That's the thing when you're dealing with phone, eh? Yeah,
You
you
hear
could
it.
go into a relationship with same friends with benefits aruna, right, and end up in a long-term relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It happens
Yes.
Mhm. But
because
at least you're
sometimes,
going with a with an idea as to where you, so at least whatever grows and develops from there, that's fine. But the intention
yeah,
from jump. Anything else
yeah,
that follows along, then nice.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you go in there with a clear purpose, with a clear intention, and that
Yeah,
seems to be
boy,
the issue a lot of women are
boy,
having. A lot of
if was
hurt from
life was that
women.
simple, eh?
I know. If only, if
If only
only
life was that simple.
we wouldn't
You
have so
understand?
many, breakups and problems and relationship issues, and if only it was that simple, but it's not.
But
You might
Una, let me
find
ask
out
you this.
make it
But
simple.
you find women, you find our black women have become very mean.
Can you blame us really?
No, it's no, I'm blaming y'all. Because listen to me,
Mean in what sense?
boy,
Women are
it's
coming
just
with all sorts of hurts and all sorts of, it's like, you have to go into self-preservation mode, and you figure, you know what, if I put on this mean defense, whatever, and I
no,
pretend
but
that I'm tough and rough and
nah,
whatever.
but if you're open, listen to me. I believe if women become more open-minded and be more cordial, there's a lot that they miss right now that they would not miss. You understand?
Yeah.
Because it have certain men that may just pass and say, "Good
Yeah.
morning, miss." Right?
And your
Oh,
face
that is
You
screw.
true.
look
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
Your
right?
face
Your
screw.
makeup, your face screw up. Who you feel is who he
Yeah.
can't talk to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? If you
Listen,
just
one
allow
thing I've
yourself to be
learned.
open-minded, you might
Yeah.
be surprised the
Yeah.
diamonds in the rough that
Yes.
you could find.
Listen,
Mhm.
after Sobeys undressed me one time in town a couple years ago for him acknowledging, Miss, you look nice, and I did not respond, I decided it doesn't matter
Oh
who
yeah,
said hi,
I
hello.
missed that one,
That was
boy. That one of the,
like 7 years ago. I'll never forget that. And it
I
happened.
sorry that wasn't on camera, boy. Boy, that should have been world star.
I stopped on the car now to get me some jacks. So we
Uh,
was there, man cleaned my jacks, took my thing walking away. So we said, Miss, you look lovely. Me like, hey,
yeah.
who's thinking talking to? Continue sauntering away. And I cannot repeat on the radio what Sobe said, but that
As I
made me
say,
check myself
yeah.
immediately. So
He give you
now,
your clothes.
it does not matter who it is. Could
Yeah.
be man in tie, man with no clothes, man, whatever you are on the street. Once you acknowledge me and say hi, I put on the biggest smile and say hi back, and I keep it pushing.
I see, listen to me. I see at time, something fall for a young lady, and all I was trying to do is tell him, watch not something fall for me. And it's like, I was like, okay,
All right,
so do you? You
Mhm.
understand?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
I get
just
where you're
so
coming from. It's not
yeah,
necessary
Yeah.
sometimes.
it's not necessary.
Yeah.
And if they're more open-minded, as I say, you know, the options will open,
Yeah.
you know.
I think last week I was talking about women don't even know how to have that feminine energy. They don't even know how to be soft. As I tell them, they could catch so much abuse with honey than vinegar. And it's like everything they do is just they screw their faces a certain way, they act a certain way,
But
they are
Catherine,
miserable
question
and they're
is,
up
can
in
you
their
blame
feelings.
some women though? Because based on some women experiences,
Yeah, but
it's
you
like it's
cannot bleed the
hardened
same. You
them.
cannot bleed on the person that didn't cut you because my thing is that if you deal with, let's say, friend, I've been hurt before. Yeah. But does that make my life any better or easier for me to be all caught in my feelings every time or be miserable? And if Tom
True.
comes in, I'm treating Tom like Jack did. Like, how fair is that to him? I'm pushing a good man away because of what somebody else that didn't deserve me
And not, and that's
did
the
to
thing.
me. So, like, I
They
mean,
behave as
we gotta
though
really,
women alone that
yeah.
have that bad experience. Men have bad
Thank you.
experiences too.
They have
We all
very
do.
bad
Mm.
experience, and the
We
Listen,
thing
don't
is that
behave.
we make it look like we're the only one that have feelings,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
and the thing about it, we go through our entire life, eh? Men
Yes,
go through our entire life dealing with rejection and
all the
dealing with
time,
all kind
all
of
the time, all the
disrespect,
time.
all kind of negative feedback from
Hmm.
women, and we move
Hmm.
on.
Yeah,
Y'all too,
yeah,
I don't know, y'all too caught up in y'all
listen, I have
feelings.
yes.
2 more minutes. I have to go. But this person here says, I gotta play a voice note and I've gotta read this.
Mhm.
So it says, what happens that the man never states his intentions? You fall in love and then bam, he's like, I thought you knew what we were. How would you explain that? And the men would see you falling and they would know the intentions, but still wouldn't tell the woman it's not like that. But they thought you knew. They never said anything, but they thought you knew that that's not what it is. Let me get this one here.
Good day, good day, good day. It's a very interesting topic today. Um, my 2 cents on that now. One of the things is a lot of female do not take responsibility for the action. They find it's
Oh God.
easier for them to blame the men, on the other hand, because a lot of these females who get into relationship and knowing men have their significant other, wife, whatever, they know.
Hmm.
You understand? Not the city doesn't know. Even if a man come to you and say, listen, this is the case, knowing the fact that the man has family or has wife or whatever the case is, they still choose to get involved, and then they'll look to say, "Oh, the man bad, man this, man that." At the end of the day, they need to take responsibility for the action. Now, on the second hand, even if a man open up to a woman and say, "Listen, this is just what I want from you," but a lot of time females start catching feelings, and when they start catching feelings now, and you let them know that, "Listen, from day one, we make the part clear. So why this coming about now?"
Yeah.
You start catching feelings, and then you still becomes the bad one.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, it's a simple case. Females just need to take responsibility for their action. Simple as that. And
Right.
as the young lady was saying,
Simple.
you have a choice.
Yeah.
Right? You have a choice. And
I hope when we start taking responsibility, all you're in vex. Okay.
Well, I thought it was me. I thought it was me. I thought it was me that was speaking there because the man said.
Whatever. Anyways, we gotta go. We gotta go. But we'll definitely be back. I'm so enjoying this. So we definitely have to be back with some more of it. Yes, somebody says on the WhatsApp, they are so enjoying this. This is what radio needed all along. Frank, open conversations.
That's it.
And
Adults
that's
conversation
important.
where we can be honest
So,
with each other.
looking forward to some more of it. All right, well, we'll give you some more. All righty. So thanks again, guys. Samuel, you're late, so you're gonna have to go back and catch up on the live. What you just reached is
I
Lava Man.
wanna your one of your contacts that made that statement last week. Tell them she just might get a wisher.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
What are you talking about?
Huh? Yes.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. So
tell us, stay tuned.
fingers crossed. I'm so looking
Fingers
forward
crossed.
to it. Yeah, fingers crossed. So you'll keep me
Limited
posted.
edition. Yes.
All righty.
Yeah.
So, guys, Cathyann, thank you so much. We'll
You're
link
very
again.
welcome. You're
Thank
very
you so much,
welcome. And
Monty.
nice officially meeting you, Mr. Monty. Thank you for
Yes,
coming on.
same here. And it's good to have refreshing conversation with women like yourself, you know?
All
Thank
right.
you. Appreciate
I
it.
didn't get that for the last two programs. I didn't get that, so me and him are refreshing.
Nobody, she started off getting me real licks, and only last week she started agreeing with me in certain things. So she becoming a believer.
All right. We'll forget next week, guys. Thanks so much.
You're
All right,
welcome.
then, take care.
Bye, everyone.
And thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. Man, I wish we had more time, but unfortunately we don't. So looking forward to having some more of these conversations. Yes, we will. We most definitely will. We need to have the conversations. Alrighty, we can all learn from each other. We're never too old to learn, right? Sweet Drink, Sorrel, Escobar Variety Store, Western Union, and Beacon Insurance. Thank you so very much for another week.
Ladies Room comes to you compliments of Beacon Insurance. Insurance is a promise to pay at Beacon.